Good morning, my YouTube viewers. It is Palestine here. Welcome to my channel. I am recording from my kitchen, but from a different side of my kitchen this morning. And it's because I'm sitting with my boyfriend while he was having breakfast. I got up early this morning and I had some rice pudding from the Sink Temple because I was hungry. And my boyfriend stayed in bed, and then he got out of bed and he had some rice pudding from the Sikh temple. And now he's eating a piece of carrot cake. And I didn't want to just run off and make the video in the bedroom while he's having his breakfast. So I decided that I would sit in the kitchen and make my video. So that's why you're getting to view the windows in my kitchen as the backdrop. He also heated the kettle for a tea, so I'm having a lemon and ginger tea, as you can see. Really big cup that my dyslexic friend gave me. Okay, so when I'm in the bedroom, I normally don't have any food or liquids in the bedroom because there's so many electronic cables and everything else that if anybody spilled any liquids, if it didn't start a fire, then definitely all the electronics would be ruined. So we have a policy that you can't eat and drink in my bedroom because there's so many electrical cables and chargers and things like that. Because my boyfriend has a phone and a tablet. I have a phone and 2 tablets and an old laptop in the bedroom, and that's not including the lamp that I've also got. So it would be just a disaster if anybody spilled any liquids on the cable outlet, the electrical outlet, and it's an extension cable that's got all of these electrical cables attached to it. So it's liquids and food are strictly forbidden in that room. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to give you an update on the state of my mother's health. And so basically what I have found out is my brother, my sister, my mother's friend, and whoever else has got like a little messaging group going. It includes everybody except me. I'm not part of that messaging group. So they've got their own little messaging group going where they're sending each other messages and updates and things like that. But I'm not included. I wasn't even asked. I wasn't even asked if I would like to join. And then so basically my sister said that they're just relying on her to relay the information to me. It's a good thing that I have Facebook Messenger because I can contact my sister for free on Facebook Messenger. I don't have any contact with anybody else in my family. They're not interested. They could have invited me to join that crew. We could have been on a Facebook group or a Google group. We could have been on a group that was free that didn't cost any money. But no, they didn't even ask me. They didn't ask me, would I like to be part of this email group or this messaging group? No, I wasn't even asked. They're just all doing it themselves and just excluding me, and so that's just the way it goes. So what we found out from my sister, from this group, from this messaging group that they've got, that my sister is a part of, she forwarded it on to me because she said that they're expecting her to forward me details. So basically, she forwarded it on to me, and so my mother's no longer sedated. She's not sedated anymore. But they are giving her some medication to relax her because she's still on a ventilator. And I think that the tube is going through her mouth. I think she's not got a tracheotomy, whatever you want to call it. But the tube is just going through her mouth. So obviously she can't eat. She's probably going to lose weight because the people feeding her can't feed her now because she's in the hospital. And she can't eat anything because she's got a tube in her mouth. So I'm suspecting that they're feeding her via an IV. She's getting nutrition via an IV. Because the thing is when I was in the hospital, it was after COVID, but before I started this YouTube channel, I had something called Quincy. And Quincy was in my throat, above my tonsils. And they ended up draining an abscess, which was deadly. Would have killed me if the abscess had burst because it was full of poisons and everything, and removing one of my tonsils. But I wasn't allowed to eat anything, so they were feeding me via an IV. And I lost a stone that week because I wasn't allowed to eat. So yeah, that's one good thing about being sick is you lose weight, but that's probably the only good thing. And then, so I suspect, because they were feeding me from an IV, I suspect that they're feeding my mom from an IV. So she can't eat anything. This is what I'm thinking, that she won't be able to eat anything if she's got a tube in her throat. That's just what I'm suspecting. And the thing is that the people who feed her, like my stepdad, my mother's friend, and she's got another friend as well, they're her feeders. Well, they can't feed her now. So maybe she'll lose some weight. And then if she has to go to rehab or something like that, maybe she'll lose some weight in rehab. But I suspect as soon as she gets that ventilator out, that tube out of her mouth, her feeders are going to start bringing her food. And that's why she can't lose weight. That's one of the reasons why she's in this predicament, because she's got feeders. She's got 3 people bringing her food. And then, so now she's no longer on sedation, but they're giving her something to relax her. Because obviously, if you've got a tube in your mouth and you're stuck on a hospital bed, just have a broken neck, just had an operation on your neck, you're not going to be feeling very well. That's just what I'm thinking. You're not going to be feeling very well. So they're giving her some drug to relax her. And apparently when my mother's friend came in to visit her, she opened her eyes. So she was able to open her eyes. She can open her eyes. But she can open her eyes. And she can move her hands and her feet. And so she was opening her eyes and moving her hands and her feet when my friend went to visit her. And also on this ventilator, because she's still on the ventilator, but they've got it on something called a CPAP. I don't know what it is. It must be a really low level, because I don't know that much about ventilators, but it must be a really low level. So to try to make her lungs do the work. Because the thing is, it's like when my sister's son-in-law was in the hospital with COVID, for which he died from, they said that his lungs were rock hard. So, he wasn't going to make it. But my mom's lungs, they said that my mom's lungs are okay for someone with COPD, and he's 84 years old. And, so yeah, she's doing okay. The operation was a success. I guess all the prayers, because people were praying for her, all the prayers were a success. And she's no longer on sedation. And apparently they're going to try to get her off the ventilator, because they said that her lungs are doing okay. On this ventilator, they've got a CPAP setting. And that CPAP setting means that her lungs have to do some work. And that's it, really. That's it. So I guess my mom's doing okay. I don't know how long she's going to be in ICU for. I don't know how long she's going to be in the hospital for. I don't know if she's going to have to go to rehab, because apparently in the States, after you've had an operation or something, you have to go to rehab. And rehab is kind of like a nursing home or something like that. But no, my brother's not contacted me. My mother's friend, who I sent and left a telephone a message on the phone asking for her mobile number, she hasn't messaged me. So I don't want to use her mobile phone number unless she gives it to me, or she gives Cindy permission to give it to me, because she could say that my sister gave out her number without her permission, and then my sister would be in hot water. So I don't want to put my sister in any hot water. So I haven't even taken the number that my sister sent me and put it in my contacts, because, it's up to my mother's friend to give me the number, or to give my sister permission for me to have the number. And as far as I know, she hasn't given my sister permission. So yeah, they're all in Arkansas. They're all involved in my mother's care. And I'm sitting here in the UK. And even if I wanted to go visit her, I couldn't, because I've said in previous videos that I couldn't go back to the States because passport issues, health issues, insurance issues, and the fact that my family doesn't care enough about me to put me up. And this proves it. This fact that they've got like a little a message group. I don't know what it is, but it's a message group. I don't know if it's WhatsApp or what, but they've got a message group, which I'm not included in on. So that should tell you something about my status in the family. So I think this is going to conclude my video, because I just wanted to talk about how my mother's doing. I've got lots of other things I can talk about. Lots more things going on. Some things I can't talk about because it's to do with how I make my money. But lots going on. Some of it I can't put it on social media, and a lot of it I can't put it on social media, actually. So that's it. So now my mom's doing okay. She's no longer on sedation, but she is on some relaxation medication, and they're going to try to get her off the ventilator, and they'll see how that goes. So thank you so much for watching my video. If you like my video, please like and subscribe. And it means a lot to me that you are watching my video and keeping up with my life, what I can tell you, what I feel comfortable enough to put on YouTube. So I will be communicating with you soon, so watch this space.